Clemente, President Pro Tem Jan Martin, and all of City Council. I hope I got all those introductions correct. I think you just hit the play button at the bottom. You ready? Yes. Perfect. Thank you. So I'm here today to talk to you about the Mayor's Spirit of the Springs initiatives. The Spirit of the Springs initiatives is a way to bring our community together in a way that has not been done before, and make sure that we know that Colorado Springs is the best city possible. It focuses on 3 core areas that I'm going to speak about today. The first one being celebrate and connect community, cultivate future city government leaders, and engage our retired population. Cultivate and celebrate and connect community. This initiative focuses on our community coming together in a way that has not been done before. Our city had begun to get quite a bit of negative press recently, and we know that our city is much more than a few negative sound bites. So our goal with this initiative is to find these great stories and get them to the public. We've created what we call the Spirit of the Springs Awards with this criteria. The recipient lives or engages in an activity within the confines of the city of Colorado Springs or on any of our local military installations. A volunteer activity or noteworthy achievement which has brought great honor and pride to our city of Colorado Springs or has been distinguished on a state, national, or international level. On the screen and the screen in front of you, you can see photos from some of the many award celebrations that we have had throughout our city. And you've probably heard a lot about them as well, because there's been quite a bit of buzz that we've created. Some of these awards that we have given are included but are not limited to the Air Academy High School's marching band. They are our 4A state champions, and they competed in San Antonio on a national level. They took first place in their region and ranked 17th overall in the nation. We think this is the type of story that should be celebrated. We also gave an award to a middle school student who, on a recent trip to Texas, she met some wounded warriors, some wounded soldiers from the military. And she thought to herself, I've got to do something to show my appreciation, to give back. So she decided to raise money. She even had a small golf tournament to raise funds to send over 100 boxes, nice-sized boxes, of the most requested items to soldiers who were deployed overseas. She was able to raise more than enough money to complete this and split the cost with the Any Soldier program. Another great story that we think that should be shared. Our awardees also include our only blue ribbon school, Wildflower Elementary, which is a part of Harrison School District 2. Cheyenne Mountains High School boys tennis team. They are 5-time 4A state champions, and their girls volleyball team are 4-time 4A state champions. We also gave an award to Maria Ambul. She is the first Girl Scout in the state of Colorado, the entire state, to receive the highest award that a Girl Scout can receive. It's called the Stars and Stripes Award, and it's equivalent to the Boy Scout Eagle Award. As a part of the Spirit of the Springs, we also assisted with the Take a Turkey to Work Day. Many of you may remember seeing a turkey out in the corner. Just recently in November, the city of Colorado Springs raised more than 5 times the amount of cash and food donations than the previous year with our support. We also earned the city of Colorado Springs the Traveling Turkey Award from Karen Share Organization, which sits right at the front desk as soon as you enter the city administration building. We're pretty proud of that. Tonight, Susie Bach and I, who I believe Susie has been at every award presentation, both with and without Mayor Bach. Tonight, Susie and I will be going to deliver an award to another local Boy Scout. He was selected to give a report to the nation at the White House. He is one of 8 out of the more than 2.4 million Boy Scouts selected to give this report to the nation at the White House. We're pretty proud that he's from Colorado Springs. He will get to meet President Obama in the Oval Office, and he will also get to meet the Joint Chiefs at the Pentagon. Again, we're pretty proud of the story and think that this should be shared. Cultivating future city government leaders is the next initiative that I'll speak about. This initiative is focused on our city government being able to replace itself, as well as being more reflective of our community by recruiting local talent. There are two focus areas in this initiative. The short-term team, led by Mr. James Proby, is focused more on diversity and seeing immediate success. This team has had open house meetings with local colleges, universities, as well as at our military installations, speaking to soldiers who are departing our military early. The speakers at these meetings have included leaders from our public safety, police, and fire, as well as from our city of Colorado Springs. We have early reports from our fire department testing that was just held that there was an increase in 10% of minority applicants. We're pretty proud of what this program has done so far. The long-term team is led by Ms. Jill Gabler, is made up of a group of high-level educators as well as city leaders. Their goal is to create a program, a career path that is focused on city government careers. The program will be tailored to middle school students, and we expect this program to launch in August in time for our next school year. There's a lot of hopes and dreams put on this particular program, and we're pretty excited about what's going to happen. We hope to involve City Council in this as well, and you'll hear more as we get going on this program. Engaging our retired community is our other initiative. The City of Colorado Springs has many retirees, both military and civilian, who are full of wisdom and experience, and they would like to be able to share their knowledge. An example of this would be the city's police and fire department, the city's community advancing public safety program that the police and fire department have created. This is just one example of where retirees can help. Engaging the retired community also focuses on ensuring that our citizens are informed on what is happening in our community, where to get the information, as well as hearing the issues that are important to them. Mayor Bach was recently at the Pillar Institute, which is a membership-based organization focused on lifelong learning. He was listening and speaking and listening to a very active audience. We plan to visit this organization again in about 6 months. It was a really good meeting, and we got a lot of information from this organization. Susie and I have also assisted at Fort Carson's Adopt a School program. And with this program, we're working with them to pair up military retirees with units who are working all throughout the city from Fort Carson, pairing them up with schools to help the teachers. And I tell you, when Susie and I went to visit a few of these schools recently, we don't know how they would make it without these soldiers. And this is not just found in Fort Carson District 8, this is every district throughout the city of Colorado Springs where these soldiers are assisting. So now we're going to pair military retirees with these units so that there's more consistency when the soldiers deploy. The Spirit of the Springs program was launched with a rally at the Pioneers Museum in August last year. We had USOC athletes, high school marching bands, cheerleaders, and even a dunk tank. And your very own Tim Lee took part of that. I saw a few of you out there as well, so thank you so much for your support, all of you from City Council. We plan to have 2 other rallies every year, one in the winter, one in the summer. The winter rally is coming up, and you should have received an email invitation. It's going to be at the Antlers Hilton Hotel on the 17th of February. It's going to be a lot of fun as well, so I look forward to seeing all of you there. Throughout this process, we've had a lot of support from our community, as we've found that they also want to spread the good words about our program. We've been able to do almost everything that we've mentioned above and more with the help of volunteers and donations. And that brings me to the amount that we spent in 2011 on Spirit of the Springs. The cost for the launch of the Spirit of the Springs program you will see now, we spent $250 for our DJ and sound system, $165 for the bounce house for the kids. Supplies, we spent $20, $6 on printing from office services, and waste management, because we used the dumpsters around the Pioneers Museum, we spent $80 for a total of $512. Pardon me, that total's not there. But we had revenue of $276 received from the bounce house, the dunk tank, and selling the Proud Home of the USOC t-shirts for a net cost of $246. But that's not all that we've spent so far. Just a little bit more, one more screen. For our awards, we've had 5 banners made that we use, and we take those around as we give out awards and we hang the banners up. We also bought frames. We have a number of frames. I don't know how many frames we have, but we still have many frames left when we give out the certificates for the Spirit of the Springs Awards. That totaled $122 for a total of about $518 that we spent on the program so far. We also have planned 2 additional major events for the year 2012. That is the Mayor's Cup Golf Tournament, which you should have received an invitation for last week in your email. That's going to be on May 17th at the Broadmoor Hotel on the East Course. This will be a fundraiser to raise more funds for our Spirit of the Springs programs. So we hope to be able to raise more than enough for our Spirit of the Springs programs for 2012. And I hope to see all of you at that golf tournament on May 17th, Broadmoor Hotel, East Course, one more time. The final event that we have planned for 2012 is our USOC Opening Day celebration. And I'm proud to say that the city of Colorado Springs is the only city at this point who has permission from NBC to broadcast the opening celebration of the Olympics in London. This is going to be downtown Colorado Springs. It's going to be an outdoor celebration. It's going to be held on July 27th, by the way. We haven't received an invitation to that because we haven't created one just yet. Since we have the USOC headquarters here, we think that we should celebrate that every chance that we get.